Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Bila coming to you with the review of the new Carlos King show, Bold and Bougie. I did want to review this show because I do like Malaysia from Basketball Wives, and when Malaysia did her interview with Carlos King, he said that this show was centered around Malaysia. But this first episode, it didn't seem like it was centered around her at all. It seemed like she was being introduced by Gaucher, which this show seems like it's introduced, like it's centered around Gaucher almost, because Gaucher was the main person that was getting all the girls together. But Carlos King said if there was no Malaysia, then there was no show, because he wanted it centered around Malaysia. So maybe when Malaysia really gets into the fold, then she's gonna take the reins of her being the quote-unquote force multiplier. But he did say that there were two, so maybe Gaucher is the other one. I don't know, but we're gonna get up into this episode. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's talk about Bold and Bougie, another Carlos King show. Here we go. So like I said earlier, that Gaucher is like the main person that's getting all the girls together, because she does have a restaurant. Everybody is in Atlanta, right? She has a restaurant in Atlanta, and it's called I don't know, but she served breakfast food, and now she got a new line of did she have a new line of seasonings or something? Because when she was showing the chicken and waffles, she said she has a new line of chicken and waffles, but it was looked like seasonings. So because I didn't see it like chicken and waffles, I was like it was like in like little season bottles. So I don't think that was really made clear. So yeah, anyway, well, she talking about her new line of chicken and waffles, right? And she says that she wants to get all the girls together, and she wants to have this theme party. It's like Black Aspen in Atlanta. So apparently Atlanta is real hot at this time, and she wants the girls to wear furs and bikinis in the heat by the pool. Okay, well, they say Atlanta loves a theme party, so all the girls, child, when you see some of these people took the thing and some of them really didn't. I think maybe 2 girls did the thing, and the other 3, child, y'all see this picture? Malaysia did it. I do not know what Tamika looked like. This girl is on fire. what a hot fur. Tamika looked like this girl is on fire with a fur on. Child, mind you, the bathing suit say firecracker. I do not know why I was hollering. I said, this girl is on fire. Anyway, and when I tell y'all Tamika was drunk down, she was drunk down, but we're going to get there. But yeah. Okay, so back to what was going on in this episode. So Crystal, okay, so now Gaucher goes to see Crystal. And we know, do y'all know Crystal? Well, let me tell y'all who Crystal is, right? So Crystal is the one that dated Neo. Crystal, it was very, very public. Now, according to the blogs, you know, everybody down there in Atlanta knows Monyetta, and they know Neo. And everybody, if you don't know the story, I guess you living under a rock. Because when I tell y'all Monyetta and Neo's story was in the blogs, seemed like for 10 years. And because when the stuff happened with Crystal, they brought up Monyetta and Neo again. So it's like it was a never-ending blog about Neo, Monyetta, and Crystal. So the way they set it up was that Neo and Monyetta had a threesome, and Crystal was a part of the threesome. And then she came into marriage the wrong way, and I guess maybe Neo went and dipped back. But Neo was cheating with all the girls anyway. He was cheating with Monyetta a lot, and he was cheating with Crystal a lot. But child, anyway, and Crystal is trying to defend herself this whole show, talking about she wasn't no homewrecker. I said, girl, that ain't what everybody's saying, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, you say you wasn't and you wasn't. But child, everybody else was thinking different. Cause, yeah, just because she was a stripper at one point don't mean that she wrecked homes. Anyway, so now she a rapper. Me, myself, and I. and not them other, she was going off on her rap. I said, okay, girl, I don't really understand what you're talking about, but it is. And then her name is VVS. Okay, because she, child, crystal, diamonds, carrots, y'all put it together. So Shay go over there and she's talking to Crystal like, girl, I didn't know you rap. She was like, yeah, do Usher know you? Usher. Do what's that dude? Neo, do he know you was rapping? And she said that he laughed at her when she got in the booth, but then all the producers and I guess they was just like, girl, you was good, but I was with Neo because I was like, girl, you need to stick with your day job, because I didn't think that it was that good. If it was, maybe they didn't play the whole clip, but her voice, I didn't like it. Anyway, so they talk about that, and then she asked Crystal what she dated. Crystal was like, she got a little something, little whatever here and there, whatever. And then Shay said, do you want to be with a woman? She was like, girl, nah, because she don't want to eat. She don't want to go downtown and munch. She don't want to do that. And I was like, girl, I don't either. Anyway, but Shay said she love it. She been married with her wife for a long, long time, and she said her wife is not in the limelight and she love it like that. Then she brings up, she's having her party, the theme party, because she's doing her whole pancakes and waffles and grits and the theme party at Aspen. They gotta wear furs and all this other stuff. So Crystal just looking at her like, girl, so it's hot in Atlanta, you want us to throw on some furs? That's what everybody asks Shay, but it is what it is. And they said that a lot of people, little groups gonna be there or whatever. So that's how that went. So now you got Princess. So Princess is one of the producers. Well, she used to be a producer of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her husband is a dentist and all of that stuff. So she is going to have her last little surgery, and she invited Tamika Foster, Usher ex-wife, to come over and be with her while she get this last little surgery. I was like, girl, so this is a real outpatient type surgery, like you going in and get your little nipple sewed up. But I mean, it is what it is, because it is sad that she went in to get a breast reduction and come to find out that she has some disease called bilateral cirrhosis of the breast, meaning her I guess her breast just either way it deteriorates. And she had to get both of her breasts cut off because she was going there to get a reduction. Child, they cut both of them off. And so now she's just trying to have reconstruction surgery on her breast. Because she want the nipples and everything to look like breasts. She a woman. She want to look like a woman and feel like a woman. And I don't blame her, because if you got the money to do it, and it is what it is. I won't care about what nobody got to say. And I ain't got to explain myself to everybody as to why I don't have on no bathing suit and no pool party. Anyway, so Tamika get up in there, and then they end up talking about it, and they end up Tamika, let me see. Yeah, so Tamika over there looking at her, getting her breast done, and Tamika says, so do you really need to do this? Like, yeah, because Tamika brings up her own situation, because she ended up going to, I think it was Brazil, and getting surgery. And shoot, they said she died on the table. They had to resurrect her back. Shoot, talk about reintroducing yourself. Yeah, she had to come back. And I remember when that happened, I was like, dang, because she said, she married to Usher. She want to look good. She was already way older than him. So, yeah, she was trying to whatever. But also, Tamika is a fashion designer, because she said she designed for a whole bunch of people. Lauryn Hill, Usher, that's how she got him, and whomever else. But Tamika was just like, she over here trying to make sure her nipples look good. I almost died. Then she telling the girl why she getting her nipples done, that this is vanity. I said, well, great time to bring this up while I'm over here with my titties out. He over there sewing up my nipple, and you gonna sit up here and tell me that it's vanity. I would have told her, can you leave, please? If you weren't gonna be as supportive as you need to be, you need to go ahead and go. That's what I would have said. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. Yeah, and while like I said, while Princess was there, getting her stuff done or whatever, they bring up the whole not bougie, but they bring up the whole Black Aspen pool party. And Tamika is just like, Black Aspen pool party in the fur. She was like, that's like 20 years ago, Lil Kim. I was like, okay. I mean, 20 years ago, Lil Kim, but are you going to be there? So apparently they are going to show up. All right. So after that, you have Goshay in Malaysia. So Goshay going to see Malaysia. And they're going zip lining. And Goshay said, I'm not zip lining. So after Malaysia does a zip line, Goshay is welcoming Malaysia back. She was like, yeah, since you've been gone, I've opened up like 4 restaurants already. She named them all in with, 3 restaurants and a food truck. 4 restaurants and a food truck. But she said 4 restaurants. So, yeah, and they end up talking about her being on Basketball Wives. And she said that she needed to leave and she doesn't like to be around girls that really pick her apart all the time and critique her. She says now she's in a place where she wants to be more by herself and she has social anxiety. And she said that Basketball Wives, it felt like she was being an abused baby mama. And I was like, yeah, they really did kind of, that last episode, they really did kind of gang up on Malaysia. And I was like, I'm kind of glad that you leave there, because the whole time when I was watching Basketball Wives, that season that she left, I was like, girl, just leave. I was like, girl, just leave, because when you leave, they gonna end up having to fight against each other. And that's what they ended up doing. They ended up fighting Brandy and the other girl. So anyway, back to Bold and the Bougie. So Goshay invites her to the party, and she tells her all the girls that's gonna be there, and immediately, like, it's like Monyetta is a fan favorite. Like, Monyetta is Atlanta's princess, because all these girls got this girl's back. Like, people always say that Atlanta is so small, and I've been there, but I don't know nobody in Atlanta, so it looks big to me. But I guess when you're in those social circles and social cliques, everybody know everybody, and apparently everybody loves Monyetta and everybody hate Crystal. That's what it looked like, because they don't like Crystal to the point to where they brought this beef on this show, and Monyetta ain't even there to defend herself because all her friends doing it for her. Yeah. Anyway, so Malaysia said that she may end up having a problem with Crystal, because it was another friend that Malaysia introduced Crystal to that Crystal didn't like. So Malaysia is more like a head-on girl. She just like, she gonna have to just talk to Crystal head-on just to make sure it ain't no misunderstanding or anything like that. All right, so now Tamika, she lives in a townhome and she wants to buy a house. So why does that house look like, if y'all watch Love and Hip Hop Miami, Amara La Negra, that house looked like the house that Amara La Negra lived in. It looked like a Prince of Egypt type, Aladdin type home. It just looked real crazy. I was like, girl, you're gonna have to do a whole lot of paint or whatever. So, Tamika said that she's not bougie, she just like nice stuff. And I think that's fair. I mean, if you got the money to get what you need to get, to go ahead and get what you need to get. So Tamika brings Malaysia over because Malaysia is into investment properties. I was like, when did Malaysia get into investment properties? They never did show that on Basketball Wives, I guess. So they end up talking about the whole party that Goshay is having, and they're talking about all the girls that's gonna be there. They bring up Crystal and the whole Monyetta situation again. And Tamika like, Monyetta my dog, like that's my dog, and that's your dog because Tamika said earlier, maybe it's later, she said that they was on that show, some like Hollywood exes or Atlanta exes. It was something with some exes, and they was on there together. So I get, they friends in real life. All right, so after they do all that, yeah, they talk about that. Now we go to Princess. So Princess is looking for something to wear. Now this lady over there with all these furs, right? Like pink, blue, green, she got all the furs. And she trying to pick out something to wear. Princess husband is there. You know, he looking like, I don't really want no parts of this, but I'm just going to help her take this stuff to the cot. And let me just go ahead and listen to what you got to say, because I really don't want no parts of this right here. But Princess says her and her husband have been together, Dr. Lofton, they've been together for 23 years, married 17-ish. So why you say that ish? Did y'all break up somewhere? I mean, hey, but y'all got back together, so that's true love. And she brings up the whole conversation that her and Tamika had when Tamika wanted her to go do her last little surgery. And the husband really was just like, okay, you know, you can't expect everybody to understand what you're going through. And she just felt like Tamika could have just been a little more empathetic to her, being her talking about his vanity. And apparently, according to Princess, a lot of the people that she talked to about it doesn't seem like it's a big deal. Like, she said, because everybody says that. I'm tired of everybody saying that. Well, girl, why don't you quit telling everybody? Maybe if you quit telling everybody, then everybody won't have to say it. Because there comes a time, okay, you know how like when something tragic can happen in your life, and you can talk about it the first time, and people be like, oh, you know, oh. Then you talk about the second time, and be like, oh man, yeah. Then, but skip on down to the 2000 time. People like, yeah, girl, when you gonna get it fixed? it ain't fixed yet. Oh, okay, well, yeah, it's gonna be all right. People, and especially when it's something like that with your body, you know, people really don't want to hear it over and over again. They'll be empathetic with you at first, but after so many times, because girl, child, I done heard about your breast story, I think 10 times in this episode. And by that last time, I was like, girl, just go fix it. Is it fixed yet? Can you finish fixing it? Okay. It is what it is. But yeah, she was upset. Then she starts to cry. For some reason, that cry seemed a little fake, because she putting on for the cameras. But I guess her husband hugged her until it's going to be all right. That's pretty much what that is. All right. So now you have Crystal. Crystal is a store owner too. It's called Johnny Chicken and Waffles. And ain't this the same restaurant that Carly Red is invested in? Johnny Chicken and Waffles? Or was that some seafood stuff? I don't know. But child, everybody got restaurants. Everybody got clothing boutiques. Everybody is a realtor. Somebody is entrepreneuring down there in Atlanta. And that's good. You know, we need these type of things going on. Black Hollywood, right? All right. So Crystal has Johnny Chicken and Waffles. She said everything that has transpired with Neo, she needed a break. She needed to go clear her mind. She started cooking, and this is where she is. So her friend comes up. Yeah, she has a friend with somebody named Shad or something, and apparently he got a nose job, and he talked real fast. And I really didn't understand what he was saying, so I can't repeat it because he was talking so doggone fast. I don't know. But anyway, she's dating somebody in Miami. Apparently it's Jimmy Butler. That's what the comments said, that it was Jimmy Butler. So, I guess she dating Jimmy Butler down there in Miami. If they ain't dating, they jumping up and down on each other a lot. So, it is what it is. But she said she tried to keep that private. She don't want everybody in her business. Then she gonna get on the thing and act like he kicks the field goal, put the ball in a bucket, free throw. What is it? I mean, hey, she may know, she may not know. It is what it is. All right, so now this is the time of the pool party. So all the girls get together, right? So Princess arrives first. Princess got on a full bodysuit jumper with the fur coat. I mean, hey, and she gonna explain why she didn't wear a bathing suit. Then Crystal comes. She has on no fur. She has on a jumper, but she has fur on her shoes. Matter of fact, black and red fur on her shoes. Okay. So then you got Goshay. Goshay looking like Lil' Kim. They said 20 years ago, Tamika was right. She looking like Lil' Kim with the fur. And then Malaysia comes. So now, at first it was kind of daylight. Now it got a little darker. So Malaysia comes up. And she look cute. She got the little fur boots on. And she stuck with the theme. But she didn't have on a bikini. She had on like a skirt or whatever. And they end up talking about the whole Crystal situation. So what I did like what I did like with Malaysia, she immediately went and got Crystal, and she took her to the side, and she was just like, I have no issue with you. Because Malaysia goes to get Crystal. She said, let's go get a drink. So she pulls her to the side and she said, look, I have no issue with you. And of course, Monyetta is Atlanta's sweetheart. Everybody loves Monyetta. And Malaysia says, yes, I do know Monyetta. That's my friend. And Crystal is just like, look, I ain't had nothing to do with that. I didn't break up nobody's marriage. Malaysia's just like, look, that's beside the point. I'm just letting you know I don't want you to badmouth my friend. And then I also noticed too that Crystal wouldn't say that. She would always say my ex, and she would say his relationship. And then Malaysia said, so you can't say their name, like you can't say her name. But in her confessional, she said Monyetta, and then she said her ex. So I'm like, do you have a cease and desist to where you cannot say Neo's name? She probably slick. She can't say Monyetta name, but because she only said it this one time, in that confessional. So Malaysia called it out, like, can you not say their name? Like, yeah. And the whole gist of this conversation is just like, look, this is a fresh start. I want to get to know you from you. As long as you don't badmouth my friend, then we good. That's pretty much what that is. All right. So after that, they go off, and then Tamika comes in. Child, Tamika, I put in my notes, she looks weird, like a weirdo. And Tamika is a cold piece of work. Tamika funny to me. She like one of them mean old ladies. Tamika like one of them mean old ladies. Child, she just say whatever she say, and she just do whatever she want to do. She told me, I don't know how to dress. I don't know what this supposed to look like. So she just came in looking like a little firecracker. This girl is on fire 2.0, you know? And they gonna talk about, girl, you look cute. I said, why y'all be lying? Y'all lied to her. Why y'all got her? Why y'all do her? Girl, no. 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 Anyway, so she come in there, she speak to everybody, and then while Tamika was coming in there, you had Princess talking about her scars and why she can't wear no bathing suit. And it's not funny, but everybody is like, what? In Malaysia, when Tamika walked up, Malaysia like, yeah, Princess over here telling us why she didn't wear no bathing suit. I was like, what? Anyway, so then the music gets somber. And then, you know, she tells her story about everything that happens. And Tamika over there, like, why she gotta do this right now? But the girls haven't heard the story, right? So she gets in her feelings and being emotional and like, you know, about the scars, and she don't have a bathing suit, this, that, and then the other. And so Malaysia's like, oh, I'm sorry. And she gives her a hug. That's probably what I would have did too. Because at first I would have been looking like, girl, okay. But then after I heard her story, I probably would have hugged her too. I would have, not probably. And the Crystal over there, like, she fake crying, girl. Anyway. And Tamika over there, like, we gotta hear this again. Tamika is stupid. She like, we gotta hear this again. I said, you dirty, Tamika. Girl, go change your clothes. Anyway, so after that, okay, so after that, what else happens? Oh, Goshay and Tamika, they over there to the side and they talking, right? And so they bring up the whole, that's Crystal. So that's Crystal. I gotta go over there and talk to her because, you know, Momo, my girl, right? So Tamika go over there and she talked to Crystal, and she just like, yeah, I only know one thing about you. You know, they bring up the whole incident that happened, you know, child, the scandal of the decade. They bring it up because once you thought the scandal was over, child, it comes back up. So they brought it back, you know, they talk about it. And she was like, Momo her girl, and you know, she loyal to a fault, and she got her girl back and everything. And I'm like, girl, you over there like you wanna get down with her, like what? And so the whole thing is, okay, so after they talk about her being loyal and all that stuff, Crystal goes over and talks to Goshay, and she's just like, look, everybody here knows Monyetta, and so everybody is really coming at me over what has happened between Monyetta, Neo, and her. And she's just like, like she just feel kind of out of place, which I do understand, because I understand what happened. And she keeps saying that she's not the reason why they broke up. So only thing she has is her truth. And if Monyetta is saying something different, I mean, yeah. So she just like, yeah, she just feeling a certain type of way. And Goshay, she does her toast and all that stuff, and she ends up jumping in the pool. But then, Tamika and all the girls are sitting down beside on the side of the pool, right? And so Tamika brings it up, and she was just like, yeah. Let me see, did I have some on those? So it's another girl that they introduced. Malaysia do. I think I skipped that part. Malaysia introduced another girl named Dr. Princess, and she does like almost like cosmetic type surgery. And then Princess bring up the whole scar thing again, and then Tamika said, "Okay, we doing that again." And but the good thing that comes out of that conversation, because Malaysia does says, Tamika, just because you have your parts, it's easier to say that something is vanity when you have all of your parts. And Princess don't have that. So yeah, to you it's vanity because you have what you have. But can you give this girl some grace? So they hug and they apologize and all of that. And what happens next? So now this is the whole little sit down I was talking about. When Tamika goes over there and she says she do remember Crystal. She don't know her, but she do remember her because, they was on that show together. Monyetta and Tamika was on that show together. And she says she's here in defense of her girl. Like, she gonna defend her girl, period. And Crystal, because she went over there and Tamika went to go talk to Crystal. And they are sitting down by the pool. And Tamika is just like, Monyetta is my girl. I'm going to defend my girl. The whole loyalty aspect of it. And Crystal is just like, look, I don't have nothing to do with that. Like, I didn't break up their home. And she was saying, but Tamika was like, but when you was on the internet talking out what you was talking, you didn't really care about what Monyetta was going through. But Crystal is just like, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm going through my own thing right now. I've been here trying to raise my kids. And then that's when Tamika was like, and that's what my girl Monyetta was trying to tell you. But you didn't let up on her. You kept your foot on her neck. Like, you didn't let up on her. You stayed throwing blows and jabs at her on the internet. And it's like now that Crystal is in that situation, like, she wants grace. But when Monyetta was in that situation, Crystal wasn't giving Monyetta that grace. It was almost like she was flaunting the fact, because y'all remember that when Neo and Monyetta was married, Monyetta had her, I think it was her 2 kids, and Neo made her get her tubes tied and burnt to where she can't have no more kids. But when Neo married Crystal, he went on to have 2-3 more kids. And that was like a slap in Monyetta's face. And Crystal was, that ain't funny, but Crystal was like parading her kids, which she should, them her kids. But like, you ain't the only one that got his kids. I got his kids too. And that's really hurtful, what goes on. And I'm not saying that's Crystal's fault that Monyetta got her tubes clipped and burnt and all that stuff. But at the same token, I mean, you can look at this however you want to. You can look at it as if Crystal was doing whatever she was doing to flaunt the kids or all that. Or you can look at it as like, well, dang, you shouldn't have listened to your husband. Because Crystal didn't get her stuff tied and burnt and clipped just because of what Neo wanted her to do. Yeah. So I don't know. But it is what it is. And at the end of the day, Tamika, they was kind of having their little back and forth about the whole Monyetta and all that stuff. And here goes Tamika. Tamika drunk at this point. She was like, you know what? I feel like I'm in people's business. I feel like she's talking about, I feel like I'm in people's business. I gotta go. I gotta go. Alright, I'm finna go. And so they show, I guess that's her driving out. And when I tell y'all, I thought that that was so funny to me. And I know a lot of people probably feel like Tamika is like a bully. I'm not gonna say a bully, but she is very, very direct. But and this ain't no shade. Tamika is an older lady, and when every time an older lady say they don't want to tell their age, tell they older lady. But Tamika looks doggone good to be her age. Tamika kind of remind me of Mama D. She almost look like Mama D a little bit, like a younger version. Her and Mama D ain't the same age. I don't know, but Tamika look like a softer little version of Mama D. Anyway, so Tamika like one of them aunties, like she remind me of one of them aunties that house you go over and they'll just be talking about everybody in the neighborhood smoking a cigarette and cooking fried chicken. That's what she remind me of in the way that her vernacular is, like in the way that she's very direct with people. And then when she knows she's doing too much, she's like, you know what, I'm gonna let y'all have it. But yeah, I actually like Tamika on this episode. Yes, she did come off a little insensitive, but she was still funny to me. I have no idea why. She was still funny. Anyway, y'all, this is Sheila B. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what y'all thought about this episode of Bold and Bougie. I'm gonna continue to review the show. I thought it was pretty cool for what it was. All right, y'all. Bye.